This is the Throttle Out Show, presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your hosts. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
Welcome, race fans, to the Throttle Out Show. I have a very special guest here with me today. Let me introduce to you my oldest son, the one, the only, Austin Tweedy. Come on in here, Austin.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here today. Man, tell you what, he's traveled a long ways to come up here and see me and to see you guys this, Wednesday night?
It's Wheels Up Wednesday, baby.
Woo! That is awesome.
And I know we got our co-host up there, lovely Miss Harley J. Austin Spence, Kid Rock's neighbor. Go ahead and bring them on. What's up, everybody?
That was awesome. That was great. That was almost like a sequel there intro. Yeah.
The Beardo. Did you have a good day today, good buddy?
Oh my gosh, man! It was a day. Needless to say. So we're getting right into peak season, which all the holidays and everything. So I'm just running rampant. I literally pulled in the driveway and I got the link from Harley to start the show. I'm like, as soon as I walked in the door, came straight into the office and got ready for the show.
Close, man. Well, hey, you know what? We're over the hump. We're ready to get into what's going on this weekend. We got your favorite, segment of the show coming up. Shows with Spence.
Everybody's favorite segment of the show.
Man.
Yeah. And then everything else. We got all the rumors, all the latest gossip, everything that's going on. Where are we starting tonight, y'all?
Oh, well, that's up to the show owner. Harley, what direction do you want us to go in? Yeah, you're the one. You're in control here, not me.
Okay, I guess we could talk about the latest news Monster Jam put out that Gary Porter is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in Houston, Texas later this year.
Well
That's
deserved.
pretty exciting.
That's awesome. I mean, you're kind of familiar with Gary Porter.
I actually raced with him on the beach. We raced. He was in Gravedigger at that time. I was driving barefoot, and he was a very, very nice guy. It was nice to get to run with him, hang out with him, talk with him, and we told stories. Back when he was driving Carolina Crusher. Naturally, Paul was there with the Shaffer. He was in Monster Patrol. It was a crazy weekend. I mean, I kept blowing transmissions out of that barefoot truck all weekend long, but. It was nice to have Gary there. And I'll tell you what, that's one man that definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
absolutely.
When you was so little and we was watching him on Monster Wars, and I was just like, that is a good guy right there. Yeah. I mean, he's just an all-American good old country boy. You just don't get any better than Gary Porter, I don't think. That's my opinion.
I guess my real question is, y'all, how is this Hall of Fame thing with Monster Jam going to work? Because from what I've been able to see or been able to tell is they inducted two guys. What was it in February this year? Is that right?
I believe it was earlier because the first two were Scott Douglas.
Well, it was at the Orlando show.
Are you talking about when they actually did the ceremony?
When they actually did the induction or whatever. It was in Orlando. So they're not even waiting a full year before they start bringing other people in, which that's kind of cool.
Yeah, everyone's saying March. It's like, I'm not marching anywhere. I just got home.
But they're not waiting a full year. And then along with Gary Porter, I guess Mike Wells is being inducted as well?
Yep. Yes. Mike Wells.
So is he being inducted at the same show then?
I'd imagine.
They just said Gary Porter. That's it. Okay. They didn't say there was going to be a ceremony for Mike Wells or anything.
So I kind of want to backtrack a little bit what Hot Rod was saying. The whole Monster Wars era. That was a very odd time for monster truck television. You had awesome racing competition, but you had some very interesting characters. It looked like it was Halloween all the time.
I mean, we kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, for a young generation, for kids. When you got what was the Gravedigger remember what.
Yeah, it was
his
like the
name?
Grim Reaper, basically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean that guy had pythons, and I mean, but remember when he was playing golf?
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
they had serious stuff going on, but then they had the funny stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a good show. I know a lot of people thought it was cheesy, but they had real legit racing,
They did.
and plus they put in some stuff for the kids, and just made it a good family show.
But and my uncle and I were talking about this just a few days ago. But just that time period of monster trucks, that was a badass. I don't know that monster trucks will ever get any better than that time period. Is what I'm trying to say, because you had Monster Jam starting up doing the Monster Wars, and that's when Pinda was hot and heavy. There in the '90s. So monster trucks was kind of. What do y'all think? I think monster trucks was at its peak at that time period.
I would, as far as like an being seen as a legitimate form of racing competition, absolutely. But it was when the early 2000s started to kick off and freestyle started to become more of a thing, was when it looked like it was going away from the racing aspect and more towards the entertainment aspect.
More towards the destruction aspect.
And now the only things that get destroyed in Monster Jam are the trucks itself.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah,
But no, I just distinctly remember Monster Wars, the Predator mascot. That dude gave me nightmares as a kid. Did not care for that guy
The Carolina
whatsoever.
Crusher one, though. Talking about Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher one, though, was awesome. No, you're thinking of equal, or I don't know. The Carolina Crusher one had like the big yellow kitchen gloves on. Remember that? Big yellow kitchen gloves on. The construction
work.
Yeah. He bring out a jackhammer. That guy was awesome.
He looked like a great value Big Show for a monster truck show. It was very, very weird.
I remember Tweety you showing that to me one night, and I was like, "Wow, this is
a lot of people
cheesy.
didn't
It's
like
hard
it.
to watch."
That's why I think it didn't stick around forever. I mean, a lot of people didn't like that stuff. We loved it though. But
What do you mean it didn't stick around? You remember, dude? We remember going to shows at Monster Jam when we worked there, and they had the furry mascots from Monster Jam. I think they were trying to bring it back almost.
Yeah,
with
I
those
guess you're right.
mascots, I don't know about that. Those are
But
pretty
they're
weird
also
looking
gone
mascots.
now. Y'all know that, right?
Thank God.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember being in Anaheim and the Monster Mutt mascot was walking around and kids were running away from it.
Why did they make it so scary looking? I don't understand. It was really bad.
Someone in creative at Monster Jam was not thinking. We're gonna combine Chuck E. Cheese with monster trucks. It's gonna be great.
It was great, though. I mean, especially. Do you remember this anniversary where they actually brought in Andy Brass and Bigfoot?
Actually, I do.
And Jackie Willman, I think, was there.
Yeah,
it was some good racing, and that was a good time. I really enjoyed that.
Are you guys okay? What's going on with your camera?
I don't know.
Wrong with their
I don't know
lighting
what's
over
going
there.
on.
Lights or something.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think we lost them.
Yeah. Well, I guess hang tight.
Have service up there where they're at. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Illinois. I mean, there's nothing that really is good that comes from Illinois. Let's be completely honest. I guess we got Tweety and
Hey,
and the
I got
family,
my
so.
fiance from Illinois. That's about it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, okay, I'll give you that. I don't know. We got to see what's going on with their stream. So,
I know.
hey, I guess it's going to be Harley's.
I think something's happening. What's happening?
What?
Race fans, monster truck fans. That's right. Here is Sid Sidewinder, and I'm gonna tell you, Hot Rod. I don't care where you run, where you hide. I don't care if you're announcing, driving other guys' trucks. I'm coming for you. You too, Christian Norman. You two boys think you know it all. You don't know nothing. The Sid is back, and he's coming after you. Don't forget it.
What just happened, Spence?
Someone forgot to tell this man that Halloween is a couple weeks away. Someone needs to get a hold of Colt Cobra and tell him one of his minions got loose. Well, I hope Tweety's okay.
I think so. Oh, are you guys good? What just happened?
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know what that was about.
I don't either. The power just went off.
I don't know. Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
Well, we're here. I mean, we've been here.
Something.
I don't even know what we were talking. We're talking about Pin Down, talking about Monster Jam.
We was talking about Gary Porter.
Gary Porter.
Yeah.
Gary Porter. Yeah,
I totally lost my train of thought after what just happened.
You know, me and Gary Porter kind of look a lot alike. Okay.
I'm gonna let you take this one, Harley.
Are we going to the next subject now?
Yeah. What's up next?
So someone pointed out to us.
Mm-hmm.
I hear myself echoing. I don't know why. Someone pointed out to us that Max D is not on Monster Jam's website anymore.
So yeah, I remember hearing about that. Now, obviously, it's a glitch. Like they're not getting rid of Max D, but I kind of wanted to touch on the subject briefly. In this as he's dying or anything, anybody who's wondering, I don't think he's got very many competition years left in Monster Jam because we can tell Monster Jam wants younger blood behind the wheel of the trucks. And if Tom Mintz steps down, I don't think there's a single person on the Monster Jam roster that's capable of manning Max D. So I kind of wanted your guys' thoughts. If Tom Mintz steps down and retires and he's out of the seat, do you think they'll get rid of Max D, or do you think they're just going to throw basically just about anybody in Maximum Destruction?
I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Max D. They might change the look of it and then just throw someone else in there and hope it works.
The only way that you could really make Max D carry on the tradition is to put one of his boys in it.
Yeah.
I mean, just like they did with Gravedigger. I mean, if you want to keep a good fan base going, and I'm not taking anything away from any of the drivers, but it's just like Dennis Anderson is Gravedigger, always will be Gravedigger, and his boys are carrying on the legacy. And that's just what the fans want. When you stick, I don't care if it's, even if you stuck Ryan Anderson in that truck, it's just not the same, because Tom Mintz is Max D, Dennis Anderson is Gravedigger. I am Captain USA.
I was going to say, did you forget?
But does that mean his two sons are going to take over Max D, or are they going to move on to their own thing?
I don't know,
So
because
Tom
we've
Mintz
not even
leave,
seen
does
their
Max D
boys.
done?
We've not even seen their boys post anything about what they're doing for first quarter. So I don't know. I thought it was really weird that they took his truck off the website. And this is why I say that. Whenever, Austin, you and I started at Monster Jam, I was told right then and there that if I wanted to move to the Paxton shop, there wasn't a lot of time left at the Paxton shop because Tom's contract was going to be up. Now, I don't know how true that is, but when I saw they took his truck off the website, we know that any day now, a lot of drivers could be leaving Feld Entertainment for various reasons. I was kind of spooked. I was like, man, this is already happening? I don't know.
It would be an absolute shame. Now, if Tom Mintz's contract runs up, that doesn't mean Tom will be done with Monster Trucks as a whole. Because let's be honest, you can't keep this guy out of a seat. So whether he is going to either have his own operation, kind of like what Dennis has going on right now with King Sling, or if he's going to either be a promoter or golly knows what, sky's the limit with Tom Mintz. I mean, with the name and legacy that he has, if his contract runs up and he's done with Monster Jam, I don't think he's going to stop driving Monster Trucks. I think he's probably going to go the independent route, probably run his own little thing. But as far as just the identity of Max D, I don't think there is a caliber driver that's able to put on a show like Tom can. Even if Colton decided to take over. Colton, he's a great driver, but he's not, I don't think he's as much of a wild man as his old man is.
Well, you say that, and then I watched him try to corkscrew the truck. So I don't know. I think Colton could do a good job, and even if Jared decided to come back, I mean that would be cool. I just don't know if those guys, how long they plan on sticking around in Monster Jam. I could see him kind of taking over the independent world, maybe starting up a new gig. I mean, you've said that yourself for a while now. You can see Tom going independent, starting his own team.
I mean, Tom is definitely way more popular than I am and has a lot more connections. But I will say, since I've not had a seat, I've had numerous teams calling me, wanting me to come drive for them. And also, just out of the blue, I'm getting all kinds of calls to come announce. So that being said, with Tom Mintz, that man, he's a legend in the sport. Yeah. And he has the connections. He's got the ways to get to Monster Trucks. And, you know, he's drove a number of different trucks like me. He drove Bulldozer, Monster Patrol, you know. So, I mean, the guy, I think he'll come back. And I think if he even did go independent, he would be even bigger and stronger than what he is now.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think whatever alliance they decide to put together, run independent tours, I'm talking as if this is going to happen. But I'm assuming that it will. He's not going to be at Monster Jam forever. That because he, you know,
Well, yeah.
he's not going to be a teacher. He's not going to be the professor at Monster Jam University for lifetime. He's going to move on and do his own thing. I think he's starting his own team.
I'd like to see it. I would love to see it. Could you imagine finally seeing Dennis and Tom lining up again once again?
And Hot Rod. Okay, let's throw me in there. Okay,
Can't forget about you.
Me and Tom and Dennis and Gary Porter. Hey, you know, all us old dudes, let's put us on a tour.
Yeah, Pablo
Huffaker. Can't leave out Pablo. There's a lot of, you know, I don't want to say older, mature veterans that are still very talented that can go out there and kick all these young boys' butts.
We'll say seasoned. How about that?
Yes.
Season. Yeah.
What about if you did the tour he's talking about, but you also bring in like James Trantina with the USA One Camp? Get those guys involved in it as well. And now you got yourself an all-out tour.
Oh, yeah. And you could throw BJ in a barefoot truck.
Sure.
I mean, come on, that boy. He caught some huge air in that bad boy.
Yeah, back before cars were launching the truck every weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, he was doing it like it was going out of style.
Oh, yeah. I mean, BJ was the wild man for Shaffer Motorsports. He really was. You know, Larry hadn't got to that point yet. So BJ just took the bull by the horns, and my gosh, I seen him roll over 3 times in one weekend. I mean, that's the thing about BJ. But the thing is BJ fixed his truck too. He didn't have much crew guys and all this. It was, you're a one-man team. You drive it, you fix it, you break it, on and on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
So with the episode that we had with BJ, him kind of airing out the laundry and talking about some of the pranks he did on the Bigfoot camp, did he ever pull any pranks within the team against each other?
But who? What?
Did BJ ever play any pranks, like either on you or just like within the team while you were there, to your knowledge?
Oh, yes, he sure did. Yeah, I can talk about this now. Okay. So one time, BJ and Dan Runty was all at a show together. And one night, BJ snuck up on the top of Dan's semi-trailer.
Well, we already talked about that.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I don't need to bring it up then.
Yeah.
But, we had a picture that hung up on the bulletin board inside the office, because that was just,
that must have been his greatest prank ever if it's hung up.
I mean, how do you get it? First of all, when he did the letters, didn't it say "I'm gay" on top of the trailer? Isn't that what it said?
I don't remember what it
I think it said "I'm gay."
I'm gay.
Wait, BJ was explaining it was okay. It was up there. They finally took it down after months of it being up there. When they did that, there was like a sticky version, with dirt all over it.
The residue still.
Yeah.
And then when they cleaned it, they had a clean version of it on top. It's like they couldn't, get. I think that's totally.
Oh yeah. But see, the thing about BJ was he even did his own teammates, because he would get me numerous times too. Between him and Charlie Miller, I always had to keep an eye on the back of my trailer, because they always stick this sticker on the back of my trailer, and my trailer was bright yellow, and it had these pink and purple the graphics down the side of it, and it said DuPont. It looked like Jeff Gordon's The Rainbow Warrior.
Yeah.
And they would put the sticker on the back of my trailer at every show, and it would say "Gay and Proud." And I mean, it was just, they were so sneaky about it too, because I'd be like, okay, I know Charlie did that at the last show, so I ain't got to worry about it. But I'd be doing a show with BJ, and it'd still end up on there. And I was just like, oh, I give up. Those guys. But you know what? Going back into the Shaffer days, that was a lot of fun. It really was. Man, those guys, all those guys on that team was just a bunch of fun guys.
Yeah.
We could cut up, we'd run hard, and I miss that, because that was a lot of good times. We would take and barbecue after the shows, just whatnot. And now it's just like everybody just packs up and leaves.
Mom's comment is she remembers seeing BJ throwing wet toilet paper at the Suburban off the balcony at Daytona.
Oh boy, yeah. You know, I could go into lots of stories about BJ, but this is a PG show, and I'm going to keep it clean. But you know,
we'll have an uncensored version of BJ's pranks.
But he was a pistol back in the day. There's no doubt. Nobody was safe.
Now, Spence, I want to talk about your super fan, that your keyboard warrior.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah,
naked.
he's not looking so good.
No, he's naked.
Well, I can't. Unfortunately, a lot of my clothes are too big for him.
Hey, enough about that. What's going on with this truck behind us? You.
He's drinking. Leave him alone.
Bad time.
This bad boy right here was Austin's grandpa's truck. Him and me and another friend of mine built this truck all the way from the frame up. I'm talking, we restored it, and this is a 1953 Chevy. And I'll tell you what, it is just pearl white, 350 motor, inside out. This truck is going to stay in the family. If I go, it's going to, my kids. And from then, it's just going to stay on for generation. We'll never, ever get rid of this truck. But this is a very, very special truck to us. And,
it's basically a daily driver, though. I mean,
it is. I mean, you could drive to St. Louis if you wanted to. I mean, it's very comfortable, sounds mean, but it's a sleeper.
Yeah, I drove it on like an hour-long drive yesterday to go and get some lights. We're doing some electrical work at my grandma's house and like using it as an everyday truck, hauling material. So it gets after it.
I bet you felt real nice not driving a Toyota Camry.
It's nice to change it up every once in a while.
Speaking of Toyota Camry, that's what I rented last weekend to go to a show in. I hated that car. Man, that was it was a 2021. You would think it only had like 10,000 miles on it. This is going to be a super duper really nice car.
Nah.
It rode so rough, and it was just miserable. And they want so much money for them. It's just nuts. Anybody drives a Toyota Camry, my hat's off to you, because you got to be pretty tough driving those.
So, needless to say, this episode of the Throttle Out Show is not sponsored by Toyota.
No, it's not.
No, it's funny you say that, because anytime, I mean, Tweet, I know you never had issues with rentals because you're an average size human, but when we were with Monster Jam, I would have to beg for them to let us get a truck or an SUV, because every time they put me in a compact or a mid-sized car, I could not fit at all.
It was Big A.
Oh my gosh, it was the worst. I mean, the best rentals we had were those minivans, but even in the front seat, I'm like, I gotta move the seat back, and it don't move. And when you're touring around and your trailer is just two people, they're like, well, you don't need a minivan, you don't need a Suburban, so it's like, we're gonna get you a Hyundai Elantra. I'm like, and I look at them, I'm like, you think I am gonna fit in a Hyundai Elantra? Are you sure? Like, well, we can do this and blah blah blah. So I will say this: those Jeep Gladiators, they handled jumps quite well. But anyway,
yeah. Anyways, I mentioned Big A's name just a few minutes ago, and speaking of Big A and his team at Team Overboard, I heard they're looking for help, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hiring.
Yeah, apparently they're hiring somebody to do all their social media, their website, run their website, and all that, and they're looking for crew guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like full-time crew guys, or is it just like here and there crew guys?
I don't know. I saw John Zimmer's post. Y'all go check that out and get with Team Overboard. You're looking for a way in the industry. Well, there you go. Go work for one of the top-notch teams out there, one of the premier teams in the independent world. There you go.
And honestly, not just Team Overboard. I mean, James Trantina, the last time I checked, he's still looking for guys. So if you want to work on another new team based out of the Minnesota area,
still looking for people as well?
He might be. We just need to have our own classified section for monster truck teams looking for workers.
Right.
We need to get on that.
We're going to come out with a Throttle Out, mailer or emailer every week, and we're going to send everybody updates of what's going on.
A newsletter.
What teams they can go sign up for.
Well, speaking of Lee Plato, he, put on social media today his new monster truck, the new scattered monster truck with tires on, and also a flag I recognize as well on that truck.
Yeah. I dig the flag.
Check that flag out, baby.
Oh yeah.
But no, that truck looks awesome. The old school Chevy body, kind of like it's got, it's all tatted up. That's a wicked design.
It really is, and the good thing is they're good people.
Yeah.
I've done shows with them out in California.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I mean, they are top-notch, first class. His son is just, I got to be with him when he first started. And, we sat there and signed autographs together, just had a great time every show we did. And I'm very proud of them. I'm glad to see that they're, moving up, getting bigger, and they have a really sweet looking ride there. That's for sure.
So, I mean, you talk about, like the dream, the ultimate dream would be to have like a father-son race team, right? Or just a family race team. And look at what they have going on. I mean, They're doing it. They're making it happen. They've got 3 trucks now. Check out that. Remember when in doubt, Throttle Out sticker on the side of that truck. But they've got it going on. I mean, hats off to them. They're making it happen.
They beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah. we're on the right track, though. I mean, if things keep going the way they are, I'm going to say within the next 20 to 25 years, we should have a team.
So you guys could help that dream come true by buying merch at the Throttle Out Show store.
www.thethrottleutshow.com.
Bam.
Yeah.
That just happened.
Please. Oh man, it's really odd though, because for as long as I've known your son, Austin, he's always came across as a Ford guy, but you guys have quite a background with Chevy trucks, because wasn't your first monster truck actually a Chevrolet? Old Captain USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't actually. Captain USA was a Ford. Bam!
Really?
It happened again. Yes, it was.
I didn't know that. Every time I've seen Captain USA, it was always a Chevy body.
Our very first monster truck was actually the Intimidator monster truck, 79 or 77 Ford back in the day. And whenever the gentleman, Paul Wickelman, bought it, he put a fiberglass Ford body on it. So that's when we bought it, and we turned it into Captain USA. So
if you didn't know then, now you know.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I've just always seen it as a Chevrolet, but hey, the more you know.
Oh, you saw the race truck, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw the race truck. I remember an old picture Tweety Austin showed me. I keep saying Tweety. I'm sorry. Of the original paint scheme for Captain USA as it was a ride truck, but I couldn't remember if it was a Ford or a Chevy.
Yeah, it's a Ford. And again, I'm not anyway. I'm not a diehard Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, Nissan. None.
Yeah, he says that as we're sitting on 4 bar stools.
But I'm just a 79 Ford dude. Okay, I love the body styles, and that's what got me. So when the 80s Fords come along, they was okay, but the late 80s with that
bull nose,
I just did not like that. But then the 90s come around, and that was much better. But anyway.
Hey, I'm the same way. 79 Fords all the way. Love what is it? The dent sides.
There ain't nobody out there who don't like a 79 Ford.
I'm sure we could think of one. He's got a YouTube channel, and I don't care for him. But anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on, we need to talk about some hell-raising monster trucks, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, man. Yep. So, if you guys remember, good old Mr. Taylor Andes put faith in the wheel, and, well, the truck that came up was none other than the Hall Brothers Hotsy, and the movie that he had to go after was Austin Tweedy's pick, Hellraiser. And needless to say, I have heard nothing but Taylor just like, I have never seen this movie before. What the hell even is this? And he's like, I have to combine
a hard
the
combination to try to make something out of. I mean, it really was hard. I have no idea what I would do if I was in his.
So we took a scary movie and the Hotsy Hall Brothers monster truck, combined them. We got the best of both worlds. Taylor Andes, go ahead and show it, Harley.
So,
all right. I will put up this one first.
So this is just the side profile, just kind of like what he was kind of going for. Nothing too crazy because, if the Hall brothers decide to share this, he doesn't want to scare off, their longtime sponsor, Hotsy Pressure Washers. However, the actual edit this guy did is bar none. Like, look at this. This is awesome.
The Hot Sea Hellraiser.
Oh man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. I think it's really weird seeing a Hall Brothers truck in like a grim looking atmosphere. I don't know. So he had fun with it. He wants to do this for every Wednesday for the month of October. Not every Wednesday, just for October. So I have the wheel up again. We kept every single truck other than Hot Sea. That we previously voted on. So we're not going to go into the what truck you guys want to see segment because we're going to be here forever if we do that. However, instead of Halloween movies this time, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Should we do it by like the first people to comment, 15 candies? We'll just do it at that instead of the timer.
Let's do that. The first 15. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because when we do the timer, we get so many in.
Let's do.
We don't know exactly what times they come in.
So right now there's 23 entries for trucks. I say let's do 20 entries for
first 20
candies.
candies that people comment. We'll put
yes, and it could be your favorite candy. It could be the worst candy. Or it could be the worst. I mean, just thinking like we're in the Halloween spirit, trying to kind of keep with the theme. If you put black licorice, I'm sorry. Clearly someone never gave you a good Halloween if that's your favorite candy.
You want me to start the timer, Harley?
I thought we're just doing like the first. Okay.
Well, I mean, they're going to need. Well, I guess you're right. We'll do it that way.
Well,
Now Taylor's like, wait, candy sponsors, help me.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I said
Uh-oh.
what it was, and it's the best. It's scary, it's friendly, and you're just not going to beat it. So you might as well just stop it right now.
You cut out, so we only got the end of that sentence, so we don't know what you said.
I think we should go ahead. We'll start the countdown or whatever you want to do.
Well, people are already commenting candies in the comment section, so I mean,
your favorite Halloween candy, first 20, we're gonna put on the wheel and spin it. There's a lot of M&M fans on here. M&M.
You might as well start adding people.
Chicka Slim Shady.
Not that M&M.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You might as well start adding them on right now while they're coming in.
Well, I can only multitask so much. So Harley, I guess, start naming them off.
I'll name them off to you whenever you're ready.
Yep, go ahead.
All right, we have. Let me go find the first candy.
Good
candy
luck.
corn, of course.
Really? That's your favorite?
It's some people's favorite. Not everybody in the world hates candy corn.
Well, there's people that are right and people that are wrong. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Second one's Nerds. And then Milk Duds.
Ooh, that's my mom's favorite.
Then we got M&M's. Just M&M.
Right. Yep.
And then we got just a normal Hershey's chocolate bar.
I'll just put Hershey's.
Okay. And then we got Reese's. Or does Taylor count? Can he vote?
I don't think the artist should be able to put anything in there. It's like this is on Jesus taking the wheel on this one, Taylor. So you're just holding on.
We got Tom Mentz with Twix. That's his favorite.
That's my favorite too. I love Twix.
Then we got Paydays.
Ooh, a little nutty.
And then we have Mars bars.
Yeah,
Mars bars are good.
Okay. And then Reese's Pieces.
It goes with Reese's.
Okay. And then Nestle Crunch. And then Maynards. Is that how you say it?
Maynards? What?
Is that a candy?
I don't know.
I don't know if someone wanted that. So we
I
could
guess.
skip that one, or I don't know.
All right.
Tootsie Roll.
Classic.
Oh no, I lost my track.
Right now we're at 12.
Okay. Cameron said Starburst.
Cameron's watching.
A little fruity.
Hi,
Anyway.
Cameron.
And then we have Mary Jane peanut butter things.
Huh?
What?
I don't know what this
Does it actually say Mary Jane peanut butter things? Like,
I don't know.
like is it like marijuana infused?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Way to go.
Okay, we're gonna leave that one off.
Okay. Taylor, stop commenting candies. I can't do it. Skittles.
It's the rainbow. Anyway.
And then We just have people like commenting just food. That's not candy. Warhead sour spray.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Warheads. Just go with Warheads.
Yeah. 15. We got 5 more.
We got Snickers.
There it is, right there. Bam.
We got a winner.
Yeah.
4 more.
Gobstoppers? Is that a candy?
Yeah.
I mean, is it? Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was just from Willy Wonka.
No, they're real.
Never left it. Okay.
And then Thomas commented again, Twix, but the cookies and cream flavor.
No, just
No.
Twix.
Okay.
No.
We literally just need 3 more. I could add one. Like I'm.
Oh,
just
your
thinking,
mom commented licorice.
Yeah.
I'll put Twizzlers because I know that's her favorite.
Oh, well, someone commented Twizzlers.
Sorry,
And then
Mom.
we got Sour Patch Kids
Yeah.
That's another good one.
and Milky Way.
There we go.
Hold on. I think that might be it.
Oh my gosh. How many candies do we need still?
None. That's 20.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, Dad. Harley trying to figure out candy like in Spence with cities. Some of these I've never heard of, so I didn't know if they were actually candies or not.
That's
Okay, let me know when I can bring the wheel up on your
Yep.
end, Spence.
All right, so we're gonna start with the truck first.
Okay, we're picking a truck.
Yep. So just let me know.
I have
Whoever
the
wants to
wheel
do the countdown, let me know, and
let's let Hot Rod do it. He's
You
the
good for 10 or 5?
Just do 3.
3, 2, 1.
Delayed reaction.
delay.
Yeah. delayed, whatever. All right, so the truck is going to be shock therapy.
Therapy.
All right.
I know Mr. John Costin is our Indie Monsters is super happy about that one. Go ahead and remove that one for the next round. So, shock therapy with what candy?
Ooh, I really hope the
What's it
Milky
gonna
Way
be?
wins. Go Milky Ways.
I'm kind of hoping it's going to be like Warhead or something
Yeah, I
because
was gonna
it's
say
no
that
longer going to be Amsoil shock therapy. It'll be whatever it lands on shock
Sour
therapy.
Patch Kids.
All right, Hot
Oh,
Rod, count us
You
down.
ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1.
And delay.
There we go.
And delay.
The truck is going to be
Oh,
Twix!
shock therapy.
Oh, so close. The Snickers is right there.
Taylor already said, "Okay, I'm out."
Okay, I'm out.
So it's like I think he's hating our challenges.
He volunteered to do this every Wednesday.
He did. He volunteered for this.
I know you're upset right now that Snickers didn't make the cut, and I'm pretty sure that's like BJ's favorite candy bar too. Is Snickers.
It's the American candy bar. Everybody loves Snickers. I mean, that's just the way it is. But though, they did not mention the most famous Halloween candy there is:
What's that?
What's that?
popcorn balls.
What are
What?
popcorn balls?
Popcorn
I feel like
balls.
candy
Oh,
corn's
yeah.
way more popular than popcorn balls.
Those are the best things in the world. A best friend of mine's mom used to make those at Halloween.
Yeah.
Glenda.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, man, we would fight over them. They were so good. Oh,
favorite Halloween candy for me. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I like the Sour Patch Kids, but I also like to eat a Butterfinger instantly after that.
See, okay, you guys are gonna probably either love or hate this, but I just cannot do peanut butter. Like it's too much peanut butter. I can't. It almost makes me gag. Like my wife, she loves Reese's. She loves peanut butter cups. Same with my mom. I can't stand them. I cannot stand peanut butter.
what?
With Ken. Yeah,
I think my favorite
You
has
do
to be Reese's.
I'm
Those are my
sorry.
favorite.
I'm sorry.
But now my new obsession is those gummy bears. You have me hooked on Tweety now.
Oh man, those
Awesome.
gummy bears. I know they're the best. All right, now we got that out of the way. What are we transitioning into next, y'all?
Is it time for Spence's segment of the night?
Oh,
every
yes,
Wednesday. And I know my dad is watching. This is his favorite part of the show.
Before I'm going to read through this real quick just to make sure that I'm not being messed with this time. I think What the hell?
No, you can't read them beforehand.
No, I was just
You gotta read
skimming
them
just to
off.
make sure.
You
Like
gotta
I'm
go.
looking for
No,
like
no
ASM.
cheating.
Through it. You can't do
cheating.
it.
Look, you guys got me last time. I'm not falling for a hold my groin BS
It's
anymore.
not like it's gonna happen every time.
Sam, I told.
Hold
Fix it.
on. You mean to tell me you've never been to Hold McGroin, Idaho before?
Oh yeah.
So I thought.
We
Real
do
place.
need a jingle
is.
for this segment. Yeah, we need to work on that.
We'll work on that. Shows with Spence.
Oh, look, my dad's waiting. He's watching Spence. Whenever you're ready.
I feel like I need a
Let's
Jello
go,
shot
Fitz.
before I start this. Anyway,
Let's
all
go.
right. Starting off, we're in Benson, North Carolina with Monster Truck Throwdown, followed by Black Eagle, Montana with Monster Trucks with a Z. We also have Charlottesville, Virginia with Hot Wheels. We got the big El Paso show this weekend with Monster Jam. Grand Rapids, Michigan, also Monster Jam. I'm debating if I should go. It's an arena show. I really don't care. Kilgore, Texas. I'm assuming it's pronounced Kilgore.
Yeah.
Fall Nationals. Lancaster, California is the MTE Nitro Tour. Okay. All right.
Here we
Let's
go.
go.
All right. This is a California one, so BJ might need to help me out in the comments. I want to say it's called Merced, California.
I'm sorry. What?
Merced. M-E-
California.
Is it M? It's MERCED. Merced.
Merced.
That's
Merced.
Bakersfield.
No, just Merced. Why are you saying Merced?
I'm confused. What's the difference?
Wait, say it again.
Merced.
No, it's just
What?
Merced. Like Merced.
Merced.
Yeah, that's literally what I said. Merced.
Come on, bro.
You're saying
Oh my
Merced. It's Merced.
Mercy.
I said
Mercy.
Merced. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. We have Omaha, Nebraska, Monster Jam, followed by Owensboro, Kentucky with All Star. I want to say this one's called Ringgold, Georgia with Monster
Ringgold?
Crush Mania. I think it's called Ringgold.
How do you spell it?
Ringo.
Ringgold, yeah. It's
Ringgold.
ring gold, but one
Yeah.
word.
Ringgold.
Ringle?
Where's
No,
this
Ring-
at? What state?
It's in Georgia. Monster Crush Mania.
It is.
Okay.
And then we got Santa Rosa, California with WGAS. Okay. So
Say it out loud.
I don't know. Okay, let me think about this.
Sound it out. Hold on.
It's a
Sound
Z
it out.
it's a Z tour. I know.
Sound it out.
Shag it. What the hell? Shag it.
What?
What in the absolute hell? Who names these cities?
You know where Logan's at?
Shaggity Coke, New York.
Minnesota.
I'm not joking. That's literally how it.
What is it?
Shaggity Coke.
Shaggity Coke?
I think New York. It's a Monster Trucks with a Z tour. Okay, I'll
How
spell
do you
it out.
Spell it.
It's SCHAGHTICOKE.
That can't be a real city name.
How in the hell do I pronounce that? Yeah,
I think
even
Vince
He
got
said he
hacked.
didn't add anything to this one.
yeah, I believe him.
Oh,
Shatty Coke. That's not how it's spelled.
pronounced Scatty Coat.
Scat Coke.
Scatty Coke.
Scatty Coke. Then spell it
Scatty Coke.
Scatty Coke, not whatever this is.
Shaggity
Anyway,
Coke?
Shaggity Coke. Yeah,
Shaggity.
Shaggity Coke. But
Hold my
thanks-
groin.
Yeah, Hold My Groin and Shaggity Coke. Anyway, and then the very last one on the list is Yuma, Arizona with MTE Nitro. Good Lord have mercy.
Made it through. Congratulations.
Good job.
I did it. Anyway, so we already kind of talked about it coming up, but we need to amp up this El Paso show, guys, because our good friends with the Throttle Monster team, all 4 trucks are going to battle out with Monster Jam this weekend in El Paso, Texas. What do you guys think?
Well, it's not just, that they're all 4 of them going to be there. This is Too Tall's first ever stadium show. This is what he's been after his entire life.
And he's
This
going to
moment.
be in Rockwell Red.
Rockwell
Right?
Red. That's right.
So all 4 identities are going to be there. So you obviously got Vendetta, you got Wrecking Machine, you got Kamikaze, and then you obviously got, or no, wait, hold on.
Oh.
We're missing.
Oh.
No.
Hang on a sec. Let me look at the.
What trucks
Oh,
are
why
there?
not?
Surely there's going to be a giraffe.
I forgot they got like 5. They have what, 5 names? Oh, I messed up on that one. Hold on.
They got 5 identities.
Wrecking Machine, Vendetta, Rockwell Red, and
Jurassic Attack.
Jurassic Attack.
And they're the only independents that are there, right? Or is there another independent team that should be?
No, they're the only independent team there.
I don't know.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, let me see what the other lineup is. Ooh, this is actually going to be quite a stacked lineup. It is a 2-day. It is a 2-stadium show weekend, the 9th and the 10th. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully, they were able to keep them all. David, hopefully, you have an extra motor with you guys this weekend.
Do you think we're going to get that new track in El Paso, or was that just only a Glendale thing?
I think it was only a Glendale thing. Or yeah, it's.
You don't think
I
they're
think
trying out different tracks for the rest of the year?
it would make sense if they did, honestly, but it's, let's be honest, the people that are running that show are stuck in their ways and they think they know everything that's best. And I think they're just going to go to some plain Jane, essentially a roundy round course. Nothing crazy, nothing extreme.
You know what they should do, Spence, is they should be listening to our the contest that we had last week. They should be paying attention.
Yeah, which honestly, I've had so many people reach out about that contest. I mean, seriously, everybody that entered that contest did such a phenomenal job. I was not expecting the amount of detail that these guys went into in such a short amount of time. And the developers at BeamNG, it's like, you got to let us know when you do another show. They're like, you need to do stadium, or you need to do a speedway show. You need to have this or whatever. It's like, yeah, so sometime in the future, we'll do another one of those competitions. As far as what it's going to entail, I don't know. I definitely need to figure out a better system for people to submit stuff to me rather than just try and find something. Because I've had 6 different ways people have sent me links to stuff, and I missed one person. I felt terrible, but we'll figure it out for the next one. But yeah, I mean, seeing what these guys are able to create as fans, people who have never driven a truck in real life and making something in a computer that could work. I mean, it's awesome. It's amazing. But let's be honest, Monster Jam doesn't like listening to the fans, so who knows if they'll actually pay attention.
I think they listen to us.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think they do.
I think they don't like us.
I don't know why would Monster Jam hate us. All we want to do is present what's actually going on. Don't get me wrong. There's
because
rumors.
we put out the good and the bad. They don't like the bad part that we put out there. They only want the good part that we put out.
You can't have the good without the bad, though. How is anybody ever going to get better if all we're saying is good stuff and gushy stuff? You got to take the bad. You got to roll with it and learn from it.
You're absolutely right. And it's like there's so much that's going on, and we understand like times are tough. There's a lot of stuff that's moving in this industry, but you know, Monster Jam has gone a long time without listening to what people want. And damn it, it's time that they start listening to us. And I mean everybody.
They're going to lose a lot of fans, and I'm sorry, but what was Monster Trucks based off of? What did Monster Trucks do that just got the crowd so excited when they first come out?
Crush cars.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to go watch guys drive over dirt? I mean, really? Okay, yeah, it was great for a little while. But if you want to get back to your Monster Truck fans, you've got to put cars and vans and buses and motor homes, and that's what the fans want, and that's what they need to get.
Hear me out. That track that we saw in Glendale last Saturday, okay, how different would that track and how fun would that track have been if they just would throw crush cars and school buses and stuff on that exact same track? There's no reason why on those race lanes there couldn't have been crush cars. There's no reason why right in the middle there's instead of being a damn stupid dirt pod, which we all hate, get rid of that and put in a school bus stack. Put in some other stuff. Because their whole thing with Monster Jam was, you know, first of all, it hurts our precious BKT tires. Second of all, the way that they're building these tracks, these trucks are getting a lot of speed. Okay, they're getting a lot of wheel speed. So whenever they hit a crush car, they're throwing objects, right? And that does become dangerous. So that was probably the majority of the reason is why they canceled out crush cars to begin with. But with the way the track was built last week, they're not going to be getting a lot of wheel speed, right? They
Right.
they had no reason why they couldn't have put crush cars in that same exact course. They could still do that, get away with it.
But you know what though, the fans want it. But you know the other thing that makes it a driver's course, the cars don't lay down the same. So
Yeah.
it becomes you have to be a driver. You know, I can put you or anybody in there and go out there. You're just hitting dirt, okay? You're either going to go straight up or you're going to go out. You're crushing cars. It could throw you to the right. It could throw you to the left. You've got to know how to read those cars so you know how to hit them. It makes it more of a challenge for the driver. Not only makes it more exciting for the fans, so it's a win-win. Everybody's more excited because the driver knows he's got to know how to drive instead of just going out there and just hitting a dirt ramp. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but
That's a good point.
I've been around. I've been in the business a long time, and I'm telling you, I've talked to many, many fans because that's one thing I'm known for is I will talk to my fans, and everybody wants you to have cars at the events. That's I'm sorry, you know, I know there's a lot of guys that don't want to run over cars because they don't know how to hit them. Well, you need to learn how because
That's part of the sport.
Now, I've been told multiple times when they send a brand new driver out to MJU, to Monster Jam University, one of the first things that they used to have them do was just hit a single crush car. Believe it or not, the majority of the time these drivers would hit a single crush car and then they would roll over, not knowing how to hit it with the right throttle, not knowing, you know, the momentum coming into the car. I mean, it's hitting crush cars is a lot harder. I mean, I don't know because I've never drove, but you know, I mean, it's a lot harder than just hitting dirt ramps.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, because that's all we've ever run. When I would go do a show where it was just dirt, it was just like, you know, even though you might have a dirt ramp that'd be straight up and down, there's just no fun in it.
Yeah.
You know, the cars, the crunching,
The
destruction, you know, that's what the fans want. And that's what Monster Jam's going to have to get back to. And I'm not like tooting Hot Wheels' thing, but, you know, they are making so many fans happy. Granted, they're in smaller arenas, but the fans just love watching those cars get crushed. And I'm sorry, you know, there's a lot more like the Monster Truck, toughest Monster Truck tour. Well, they put cars in their event, you know. I mean, they
It's
have
a damn good show too.
They have a 20-foot tall jump ramp, but I mean, they still got cars.
They're selling out their shows too.
Yeah.
I mean, what we've noticed, y'all, is lately Monster Jam's arena shows, even their stadium shows too, they're not selling tickets. I think fans are starting to actually see, they're starting to voice their opinion. How do you voice your opinion? How do you get companies to take notice that you don't want to, you know, like their product or you hate what they have going on? You don't go to their shows. You stop watching their programs on TV. That's how you protest against that stuff. I think that's what fans are doing. They're getting tired of the same old at Monster Jam, and they're not going to shows anymore. Spence?
And
Go ahead.
and I'm not saying you got to put 50 cars out there for the show, but you know, if you would put, you know, half a dozen or something out there, just where there's some getting crushed, it makes the show a lot more exciting than just seeing the guys, you know, backflips and stoppies and all that. That's cool. Yeah, but you ain't going to beat a crushed car.
I think my point in the grand scheme of things is last weekend at that show at Glendale, there's no reason why there could have been crushed cars on that floor. Those guys are not getting enough wheel speed in freestyle to be throwing anything into the crowd. There could have been cars there. There could have been bus stacks out in the middle of the track. No reason.
You know, I kind of noticed as of recently, and I don't know if it's just because of technology. When was the last time you've been to a Monster Jam event and you saw a lot of people carrying signs around, like homemade signs for their favorite driver? When was the last time you saw that?
That anymore.
Really?
I don't think they do.
Because that's another way that fans voice their opinions, whether it is like promoting a truck or a driver or whatever. Like that was like that fan's voice in that section. You wanted to be on television. And now, I don't know. I just don't see it. That was one way. That would be a way for fans to actually like put on like, I guess, a protest or actually saying how you feel. Because that fans are part of the show.
It's not Monster Jam's policy. It's where it's like the venue's policy. And like stadiums now don't allow that.
I didn't know that.
It gets in the way of like other people trying to view the event.
10-4.
That's really strange though,
That's
because
why,
you
like,
watch like. Go
when
ahead.
you go to Pimp Party, they only have like those color sheets. Like that's basically your poster that you hold up during the show because of it's small.
See, I remember going. This was before I even worked for Monster Jam. I remember that there was this little kid, and I don't know if I ever told Cheech this story because Cheech was still working for Monster Jam when this was going on, and he was crewing for Pirate's Curse. And I remember in Detroit, there was this little kid in front of me, and his favorite truck there was Pirate's Curse. And he looked behind me and said, "Excuse me, sir, I worked really hard on this sign. Is it okay if I put it up during the show?" And I was like, "Little man, I've been doing this ever since I was your age. You go ahead and wave that sign as much as you want. I encourage it." And it sucks seeing that because you see these kids like in school or art class or whatever, they would put so much time and effort into making their own signs. Hell, I even have one right here I made when I was 10 years old. I will pull that out later.
Don't do that now.
They don't let him
I think
have fans.
sorry.
Wow.
Well, at the same time, pit parties aren't the same. You can't get anything signed anymore. So why bring anything to have something signed if they can't even sign it?
That's a good.
You get these pre-signed cards now.
Yeah, it takes all the fun out of pit party.
Mhm.
What else, Harley? What else is on our list?
Oh, look who just finally decided to show up. Hey, Lee, what's going on?
Oh, he's hauling trucks from displays. He's been pretty busy.
Okay.
Did we talk about crew guys leaving yet?
No,
We haven't talked about that. You want to go right into that?
Sure. I noticed today there were 2 key crew guys for Monster Jam that have left. I think number 1 being Doug White, longtime crew guy, especially for Team Gravedigger, leaving Monster Jam, going to spend some time with the family. And then the other one, Spence, who'd you say that was?
Nate Oberhaus. He was a fairly new guy when I was still around and shortly after you left working for the company.
Yep.
Two super great guys, too. Like, these guys work their asses off, and it's a shame to see them go.
Now you're seeing crew guys leave Monster Jam for various reasons. I think drivers are going to be next. I think you're going to see a lot of drivers start falling out. The face of Monster Jam has been changing since it started this past year, early in first quarter. But going into next year, y'all, I think a lot of people are going to be shocked when they see that some of their favorite drivers aren't returning. And a lot of these teams aren't going to be the same without these crew guys back there turning the wrenches.
Yep. So no Gravediggers winning everything. No Max D's winning everything. It might be an all independent year next year. And that's what I look forward to.
Oh.
That's a bold prediction, but
that is a very bold prediction.
It's bold, but you know what? I'm not wrong. Look at what Team Throttle Monster's been capable of doing. Look at what Team Scream's been capable of doing. And look at what Team Gardner has been capable of doing. Everybody there that is a fell driver needs to watch their back because the Indies, they're coming hard next year. And I would not be sleeping on any single one of those teams.
Well, what do you mean next year?
Well, this upcoming
pretty darn hard this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the Garners, my goodness. I mean, I've ran with him multiple times. He runs hard. And, Kohler, naturally, I mean, he's always run hard.
Yeah.
The independent teams are a lot stronger than what people really realize. And I'm very touched by watching a lot of these monster truck teams doing their own shows now.
Yeah.
And,
it's selling out.
And they
selling
are.
Seats.
They are selling out. And, they're taking their talent that they've done for so many years on TV and putting it right in front of your face in small towns. And they are selling out their, venues. And I tell you what, that right there is just amazing to see that the guys, the entertainers, the racers that's been out there week in and week out busting their butts for those big promoters, making them millions of dollars and not paying the trucks like they should be.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's always bothered me because you know what? I was a one-man team. I drove the semi. I worked on the truck. I fixed the truck. Whatever it was, you did it by yourself. And we're just out there making barely enough money to survive, okay? But then you got NASCAR guys that goes out there and runs around circles for 2 or 3 hours making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they don't drive their semi. They don't work on their that's just – and Monster Truck's fan base is twice, if not 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times more than NASCAR. So why in the world is all these big companies sponsoring NASCAR when they could be getting way more TV time, all that, with the monster trucks. I just don't get it. I mean, Jimmy Cretin, he goes out there, he's first class, does an amazing job. Kohlers, Garners. I mean, it's just on and on and on. And these guys deserve to be making money because they've been busting their butts for so many years, entertaining all of the fans all over the world. So it's time that they started making money, in my opinion.
I think the independent revolution has already started, is what he's trying to say.
Exactly.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, we already talked about Toughest Monster Truck Tour. They're taking off. Zaner 2 and the Renegade Tour, they're doing extremely well. Elliott and Monster Truck Throwdown, extremely well. The Canfield show I did with Joe Sylvester with the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, that was damn near sold out. So it speaks for itself. Independence, the local, the small town shows.
Oh,
they
the
put
ones
on
that I've done for Dylan Finley, the King Crunch shows, they're sold out. Daniel Ames, the SC Monster Mayhem, sold out. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I've been in this business a long time, and I've done a lot of races for a lot of smaller promoters, and they would do good to get 100, 200, 300 people in the stands. And then you would see Monster Jam putting 50, 60, 70,000 people in the stands. Now it's all the small promoters are packing the houses, and the big promoters are having a hard time getting fans.
Oh, boy. You guys might want to hide that truck. Lee Plato is taking notice.
He's
Truck is
curious
not for
what's
sale,
behind
Lee.
you.
Not for sale. I take that back. We'll trade it for one of your monster trucks. All right.
Whoa. I wouldn't even trade that for a
Whoa.
monster truck. I wouldn't even trade that for a monster truck.
It's not yours yet, Austin. You can't trade it off.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
You got to teach Kimley how to drive in that thing, man.
This sucker back here? Yeah, I guess you're right.
We're going to put her in the Bronco first.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I was
told them about your Bronco that's down there in the other shop.
Yeah, we got a 78 Ford Bronco sitting down there, 6,000 horsepower. I'm telling you, it is a wicked machine, and it's so wicked, I think I'm going to sell it, really. So
I've always been a fan of those Broncos, man. There's a specific edition of, I think they called it Freewheeling back in the day. It was a graphics package they had on them way back when.
Really? You had to bring that up because I've had one of those, and I love those. Those were the most beautiful Broncos. But you know what I like about this Bronco is there's no rust. It's rust-free. 78 Ford Bronco, 460 C6 transmission. It is 456 gears, locker in the rear end. I mean, it is a very stout Bronco. And I mean, and all the headlights, taillights, blinkers, everything still works on it. It could be road ready if somebody wanted to put it on the road, I guess, but I just don't have time.
Yeah.
I mean, just busy with this new house and everything, and trying to get Austin a monster truck team going. It's just it's tough. I don't mean you. I meant Austin. Not Austin.
I want to kind of take the route you took and start with a ride truck and kind of go from there, because that's my bread and butter. I mean, people think it's like, oh, you're just happy to drive. It's like there's just something about driving the fans around and hearing the kids laughing, the families having a great time, and even if it is just doing donuts, it's just so much fun.
It is. When we had ours, it was a ball, but you can only take so much of them drunks getting back there and being like, let's go jump some cars, man. And just, golly, I heard that over and over. And I wanted to race to begin with. I was just doing the ride truck thing just to get the feel of what it was like being up that big. I wished I would have kept it, honestly, because it was a good money maker. And I kicked myself in the butt for selling it. I really do. But you're right. If you're happy with doing that, then you need to get one, because they are good money makers. And we made good money with ours back then. We only charged $3 and $5. Now they're doing, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, now they're doing 10, 20, 25. But see, I was in it for the fans. So, I mean, there was a lot of people out that ride for free. because they didn't have any money.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to make money, sure, but you know what? When you see a little girl standing over there that's got holes in her socks, you know, holes in her jeans, and she ain't got no money right on that. You know, I'd go over there, pick that little girl up, set her up in the back of the truck, and it might have been you or somebody. I'd have a ride with them, you know, so they wouldn't fall out. But I mean, that's what it is for me. Is making the little people, you know, even the grown-ups that don't have money. You got to know to, you know, help the people that needs help. You don't sit there and just keep, you know, taking everybody's money. You've got to learn to help, you know, each other.
Sure.
I actually have a close story actually relative to that. So you may or may not know him, but Mark Waltrus and Mongoose. He runs his ride truck up here quite a bit. And when I was in high school, you know, this is around when I was trying to figure out how to get into the industry because I didn't know anybody. I didn't have family connections, nothing. I had to start from scratch. And I remember talking to Mark and his family while he was giving rides, you know, just for hours on end. And he was like, well, do you want to go for a ride in the truck? I said, I'd love to, but I just don't have any money. Like, I spent all the money to go and watch the show. And I was getting ready to leave. I just want to talk to him. He was like, well, climb in the truck. I'll take you for a ride. And till this day, that meant more than anything because it shows that it's more about the people that make this sport than it is about just making the money.
Right. You wouldn't believe how many times I've gave kids free hats, free T-shirts, just whatever, you know, because you can just tell, you know, I mean, we're all human. We can read somebody when they've got money, when they don't got money. And that was the one good thing about Bigfoot was if we was at a show and we seen a little boy or a little girl like that was in need, and you know, they would be like, you know what, you can just comp that shirt. You know, they was all about it too. And that's what needs to be done today, you know, really. So if you do get you a ride truck and you start traveling, you become famous, don't forget to take care of the little people.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, those little people are going to grow up and be big people one of these days. And, you know.
You can't
Well,
forget
Harley,
that.
have we about covered our schedule?
I think so.
About covered everything.
Well, I don't really have anything else before we close out, except on our website, our Halloween merchandise. It's either, you know, we're keeping it in there till it's sold out or the end of this month, and then it is gone. So make sure you get some Halloween merchandise or get you some other Throttle Out show merchandise. We got some new items. Check this guy out, the Python shirt and the charcoal hat. I've actually never seen one of these hats before. Those look really nice.
I have connections.
I got you.
Oh, and I got this hat in as well yesterday.
Oh, that looks slick, man.
This is embroidered right here. So it's
That's so nice. I need to get a new one.
This very nice Throttle Out.
Oh, we got beanies.
This is also embroidered, and it's actually really nice quality.
I need to get one.
You guys got any fitted hats?
We actually do have fitted hats. They're not on our website just yet, but we do have fitted hats.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going shopping. Kids, you better hurry up because I'm going to go in there. I'm going to clean their thing out.
No, we have hats. They're black fitted hats. They're just like the one that Harley, if you could put that hat up there again so you can see.
Yes.
It's got that logo printed on it. It's not embroidered. They are flex fit hats, and we need to be putting those up on our website either later tonight or sometime this weekend. And then we got the koozies. They are also not on the website. All this stuff, but they will be up for sale very soon. They'll be up on our website. I don't have anything else, y'all. So here we'll go ahead and we'll sign off. Remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Booyah! Y'all. Good night, everybody.